Welcome back. The goal of this video is to take a look at the key entrepreneurial boxes of Streetchef, as well as changing them into departments. So Ntando, basically on the online course we go through 5 key entrepreneurial boxes, which is marketing, sales, operations, legalities and management. So listening to that and thinking about Streetchef, what key entrepreneurial boxes do you currently have in Streetchef?
So we've got operations, we've got marketing, we've got finance and management, as well as administrative.
Okay, so you have about 4 boxes there, and I would definitely say that marketing and sales is 1 box, operations is a 2nd box, financial and legalities is a 3rd box, and then you get your management admin, which is a 4th box. Right, so that's more or less exactly the same as with the online course, where we just have marketing and sales separated from each other. Right, so to turn them into departments, what have you done up to now to make sure that the boxes becomes departments, that you can avoid the trap of being the technician working in the business to rather the entrepreneur working on the business?
I would say what we've done so far is ensuring that there's systems. So how we've defined a system is that it's a string of interrelated parts which ensure that we get a similar or the same outcome every single time, and it's not necessarily dependent on an individual, but it's independent on the process.
Exactly. 4 key systems I believe each department or each entrepreneur box needs is, first of all, planning, secondly, information, thirdly, communication, and lastly, how do I take action, or how do I act in this certain department. So do you feel like each of these 4 departments you've mentioned has a planning system in place?
Yes, planning system, yes.
Okay, and information system?
Not every single department, I'd say, currently has an information system, so that is something we look at incorporating into all the departments. But at this moment in time, I would say the operational department has an information, since our dashboard enables us to see all that.
Sure.
Kind of marketing, yes, some of the metrics based on our social media and the analytics, they do give us that kind of information. But from, I would say, administrative, that would be a function or department which would look at having a bit more information involved in that, since right now that is still fairly manual.
Sure. Now the power in information is that it builds up statistics over a long period of time. Those statistics help you to make informed decisions rather than assumed decisions. So that's why information is important. Communication wise, how do the team communicate with each other?
Okay, so currently how we communicate is we have a central communication system where we communicate off, it's called
Microsoft Teams.
No. So yes, we do use Microsoft Teams for our meetings, as well as I literally forgot the platform now, but it's one central platform where we pin all our goals. It's not Monday.com. Very simple, but I don't know. Like at this moment in time, it just, the word is at the edge of my tongue, but it slipped my tongue. So we use that system where we plot all our goals, what we need to get done, and we all correspond on that one platform. We go back to it and we type in, okay, this is done, this is not done. And then we pretty much explain what were the reasons why we couldn't hit that goal, or as well as why that task couldn't be completed.
Sure, sounds good. Right, regardless if he forgot the name or not, that sounds good. Lastly, do you feel like change or looking at the entrepreneurial boxes, implementing systems, creating them departments or making departments of them, do you feel like this helps you as an entrepreneur to work on the business and avoid the trap of working in the business?
Yes, I would say that, even though based on where we are currently, there is always that returning or restoring to factory settings where, you know, you always want to get involved in the department, say, oh, this isn't working, that isn't working. But again, we're doing our absolute best to ensure that we incorporate systems with processes where even once we move on to overseeing the business and other people can come into those different departments, we can always ensure that we produce the same results. But again, even though I will be honest, there is always that inclination to always revert back to wanting to be in much rather than on the business. But as time goes by, we're getting a lot better. And as we get used to our systems and as they begin to produce the consistent results, I do believe that our business will be more better suited for us to work on it much rather than in it.
That's very well put. I must admit, personally, I found myself last year in the middle of the operations of one of my brands, and just like that, before you know it, you get stuck. And then you lose perspective. As you lose perspective, you get to a point of burnout. As you get to a point of burnout, you lose your passion for what you're busy with. It's very important to stay mindful, to always be the entrepreneur rather than the technician. That was very well put. I will see you guys in the next video.